Welcome you all in my class. Today I will discuss the transportation problem part 2 from the operation research. Myself Irana, the assistant professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering from JIS College of Engineering. This is my office address, JIS College of Engineering, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Block F plus 3, Kolani Nodia, pin 741235. This is my contact number 9475697514. These are my email addresses, ira.nath@gmail.com and ira.nath@jiscollege.ac.in. The syllabus is available on the website. What are the prerequisites to learn this subject operation research? I have already discussed in my previous class. Course objective and course outcomes are already discussed in my previous class. Now, topic discussed in my previous class. In the previous class, I have discussed about the basic knowledge of transportation problem, mathematical formulation, some definitions, methods to find out initial basic feasible solution, and the northwest corner method. Now today I will discuss the other two initial basic feasible solution to find out the solution of transportation problem, that is least cost method or matrix minima method and Vogel's approximation method or unit cost penalty method. So first of all I am starting the least cost method. So least cost method is one of the method to find out the initial basic feasible solution of transportation problem. So one problem I have taken here and I am illustrating the least cost method step by step. So here the problem is determine an initial basic feasible solution to the following transportation problem using least cost method or matrix minima method. So this is one table. So first thing I have already discussed in my previous class, that is before starting applying the initial basic feasible solution, we have to check whether the transportation table is balanced or not. So here summation of AI equal to 30 plus 50 plus 20, this is 100, and summation of BJ equal to 20 plus 40 plus 30 plus 10, that is also 100. So this is the balanced transportation table. So we can apply the least cost method here. So least cost, the name implies that among all the Cij values whose Cij values is minimum, that cell we have to allocate. So here we see among all the Cij values 2, 1, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 2, 1, 8. Among all the values, the minimum cost is 1. Okay, so but two ones are there. One is one Cij value equal to 1. This is present in C12 cell, and another is O1 D2 cell, and another one is present in 2-3 cell. Okay, so any you can start with any cell between these two. So I have started here from 1 to cell. Okay, so in this cell the supply value is 30 and demand value is 40. So we have to between these two 30 and 40 mean value we have to allocate for this 1 to cell. We have chosen this 1 to cell arbitrarily. So minimum value is 30, so we allocate here 30. So if we allocate here 30, the AI value will be, supply value will be 30 minus 30. So this is 0, and the demand value will be 40 minus 30, that will be 10. So this is the new table. So in this table, the among all the Cij value 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 2, 3, 8, the minimum value is 1. So the supply value is 50 and demand value is 30. So between 30 and 50 and 30, obviously 30 is the minimum, so allocate here 30, and here as allocate here 30, the demand value will be 30 minus 30 0, and the supply value will be 50 minus 30, so this will be 20. Okay, so in this way we proceed, go to the next table. So the D3 column will be deleted as the demand value is 0. So in the next table, among all the supply value, again we check which one is the minimum. 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 8. So here the minimum value is 2. 2 twos are there, so we can choose any two arbitrarily. So we have chosen here the 2 2 cell. Here in 2 cell the supply value is 20 and demand value is 10. So between this 20 and 10, 10 is the minimum, so allocate here 10. So as the 10 is already allocated, the demand value will be 10 minus 10 0 and the supply value will be 20 minus 10, this will be 10. So here the demand supply value is will be 0, so demand value is 0, so here this column D2 will be deleted. So this will be the new table. In this new table, the 3 4 5 8, so 3 is the minimum cost. So 3 is the minimum cost, means for this cell the supply value is 10, demand value is 20. So here supply value is 10 and 20 and 10, 10 is the minimum, so we allocate here 10 in one cell. Okay, so here as 10 is already allocated, so new supply value will be 10 minus 10, this will be 0, and new demand value will be 20 minus 10, this will be 10. So the last table in this slide, so this will be 5 8. So between 5 and 8, obviously 5 is the minimum cost. So here we allocate this 3 1 cell, and supply value is 20 and demand value is 10. So allocate here 10. So 10 is allocated, so that demand value will be 10 minus 10 0 and the supply value will be 20 minus 10 10. So here as the demand value is 0, so D1 column will be deleted. So this is the last table. Only one cell is there, no comparison. So here 10 is the supply value, 10 is the demand value. Allocate this 10, the supply is also 0, demand is also 0. So this is the new allocated table we have received. So total number of allocation here 1 2 3 4 5 6. And what are these allocations? X1 to equal to 30, X21 equal to 10, X2 to equal to 10, X23 equal to 30, X31 equal to 30, X31 equal to 10, and the X34 will be the 10. And what will be the cost? So Cij value into the Xij value, okay, for this allocated cell. So this will be 30 into 1 plus 10 into 3 plus 10 into 2 plus 30 into 1 plus 10 into 5 plus 10 into 8. So this total value will be 240. So this is the cost. So this is all about the least cost method. Now the last and very important initial basic feasible solution method to find out the initial basic feasible solution of transportation table we are discussing now. So this is Vogel's approximation method or VAM. Okay, so one table we have taken here to determine an initial basic feasible solution to the following transportation problem using Vogel's approximation method, that is VAM. This is also known as unit cost penalty method. So in this table, first of all you have to check whether this is balanced or not. So summation of AI equal to 30 plus 50 plus 20, this is 100, and summation of Bj equal to 20 plus 40 plus 30 plus 10, this is also 100. So the transportation table is balanced one. So we can apply the VAM. So I am illustrating the VAM step by step here. So here in this table, first of all we have to do what? We have to find out for each row the least cost and the next least cost, and subtract the least cost next least cost from the next subtract the least cost from the next least cost, and the subtracted value we are putting beside the supply value. Okay, so from first of all we are checking the O1 row. In this O1 row we see 4 costs are there, 1 2 1 4. So among these 4 value, minimum cost value is 1 and next minimum is also 1. So we subtract the minimum value 1 from the next minimum value 1. So 1 minus 1, this is 0. Apply the same procedure for all the other rows also. So for this second row, 2 row, the supply value is minimum cost value is 1 and next minimum cost value is 2. So we subtract the minimum value from the next minimum value, that is 2 minus 1 is 1, and write it beside the supply value 50 within the bracket. So this value 2 minus 1, this is 1, and right here within bracket 1. The same procedure we apply for the O3 row also. So in O3 row, supply value is minimum cost value is 2 and the next minimum value is 4. So we subtract 2 from 4. So 4 minus 2, this is 2, and this write this 2 beside the 20. So inside the bracket we write 2. We apply the same procedure for all column also. So for T1 column, the minimum cost value is 1 and next minimum is 3. So 3 minus 1, this will be 2, and write it beside 20. And so for D2, this is 2 minus 2, this will be 0. For D3, this will be 2 minus 1, this will be 1. And for D4 column, the minimum cost is 1, next minimum is 4. So 4 minus 1, this will be 3. Okay, so in this way we form the table 1. In second table, among all the supply value 0, among all the subtracted value that we have written inside the bracket, that is 0, 1, 2, 2, 0, 1, 3, among all the values, which one is minimum, we have to, which one is greatest, we have to select in table 1. So which one is greatest? 3 is the greatest, so we select this 3. Okay, so this 3 is we are getting from the D4 column. Okay, so in this D4 column, what are the cost? 4, 1 and 9. So you select the cell with minimum cost. So we select the 2, 4 cell. Okay, so in 2, 4 cell the cost is minimum. So here we select this one. Now for this one, 2, 4 cell, what is the supply value and what is the demand value? Supply value is 50 and demand value is 10. Which one is minimum? We allocate here. So between 50 and 10, 10 is the minimum. So we allocate here 10. Okay. So if we allocate here 10, what will be the new supply value? Supply value will be 50 minus 10, this will be 40. So in the next table we write in O2 row 40, and D4 column will be deleted because 10 minus 10, this will be 0. Okay, so this is the new in the table 2. You see the table 2. Again we same rule we follow for each row and each column. So we do what? We select the minimum value, minimum cost and next minimum cost. Okay, and subtract the minimum cost from the next minimum cost for each row and each column. We apply this procedure and you put it inside the bracket beside the supply value or demand value. So see for O1 row, this is 1 minus 1, 0. For O2 row, this is 2 minus 3 minus 2, this is 1. For O3 row, this is 4 minus 2, this is 2. For D1 column, this is 3 minus 1, 2. This is 2 minus 2, this is 0. And this is 2 minus 1, this will be 1. Among all the subtracted value, which one is the maximum? 2 is the maximum in table 2. So 2 2's are there, you can select any 2 arbitrarily. So I have selected here the D1 column where the 2 is present. So in the inside the bracket. So in D1 column 1, 3, 4, 3 costs are there. So we have to select the minimum cost. So here the minimum cost is 1. So minimum cost is 1. Means we have selected here 1 1 cell. Okay, O1 D2 cell, D1 cell, 1 D1, that is 1 1 cell we have selected. So for this cell the supply is 30 and demand is 20. So between 30 and 20, 20 is the minimum. So we allocate here 20. So if we allocate here 20, so the supply value will be 30 minus 20. So in the table 3 we have written here 10, and in the demand value will be 20 minus 20 0. So we delete the D1 column. Okay, so in this table 3 we apply the same procedure, that is for one column, one row, the minimum cost is 2 and next minimum is minimum is 1 and next minimum is 2. So 2 minus 1, this will be 1. So for O2 this will be 3 minus 1 1. This is for O3, this will 5 minus 2, this will be 3. For the column, 3 values are there, 2 3 and D2 column 2 3 and 2. The supply value is so the minimum cost is 2 and next minimum is 2. So 2 minus 2 0, and for D3 column this value will be 2 minus 1 1. So among all the subtracted value, 1 1 3 1 and 0, 3 is the highest value. So we are getting this 3 from O3 row. So we select this O3 row. Now for this O3 row, the minimum cost is 2 and 5, between 2 and 5, 2 is the minimum cost. We select the 3 2 cell. Okay, so in select the 3 2 cell. So 3 2 cell, the minimum cost is supply value is 20 and demand value is 40. So between these two, 20 is the minimum. So allocate here 20 in 3 2 cell. Okay, so if we allocate 20 in the 3 2 cell, so the supply value will be 20 minus 20 0, and the demand value will be 40 minus 20, this will be 20. So as the supply value is 0, so we omit the O3 row. So in the next table, the same procedure we apply. So here the supply value is 2 minus 1, there is 1, and 3 minus, here the subtracted values we have received 1 1 0 and 1. So 3 1s are there. Okay, so as the 3 1s are there, we have to do what? Among the 3 1s, any one you can select arbitrarily. So we have selected here the 1 in the one row. So here in one row, 2 and 1 minimum cost is 1. So here we take the 1 3 cell. So in this cell the supply value is 10 and demand value is 30. So between 10 and 30, 10 is the minimum, so we allocate here 10. Okay, so allocate here 10 means O1 row will be deleted because the supply value is becoming here 0 and the new demand value is 20. So in this table, the supply that here the O2's cell, O2 row, the 40 subtracted value is 3 minus 1, 3 minus 2, this will be 1, and here no subtracted value is there. So we select the O2 row. So between this 3 and 2, 2 is the minimum. Okay, so 2 is the minimum, 2 is the minimum cost. So we select the 2 3 cell. So here 2 3 cell supply value is 20 and demand 40 and demand value is 20. 20 is the minimum, allocate here 20. So we get the last table. In the last table, 20 is the supply value, 20 is the demand value, we allocate here 20. So in this way we have received this allocated table. So how can we determine what are the allocated cell? So x so easy, where x11 equal to 20, x13 equal to 20, x22 x13 equal to 10, sorry, x22 equal to 20, x23 equal to 20, x32 equal to 20, so and x24, this is also 10. Okay, so what is the total cost of this physical solution? Allocated cell, allocated allocation xij into cij for each allocated cell. So 20 into 1 plus 10 into 1 plus 20 into 3 plus 20 into 2 plus 10 into 1 plus 20 into 2. Okay, so the total value is 180. So this is all about the Vogel's approximation method. So from this today's lecture we have learned two method to find out the initial basic feasible solution of one transportation table. These are least cost method or matrix minimum method, and Vogel's approximation method or unit cost penalty method. So these are the books you can follow for your reference. So this is the end of my lecture. Thank you for watching.